Welcome back to the second video of the series on the CYROS WebGIS. In this video, we will show the user how we can upload the data, temporary data, to the WebGIS interface in order to draw important conclusions on the data. For this example, let's move back to Sant'Arcangelo di Romagna. Okay, let me just zoom back a little bit. Perfect. And turn on the cycling routes. Okay, as you can see, we have a cycling route that is coming closer to the city center of Sant'Arcangelo, and we might be interested, for example, to see how close this cycling route is, for example, to trekking routes that start from the city. Uh, in that case, we have to add the data that is external to the CYROS project. And in order to do that, we can use the Add Data button at the top right. By clicking this button, you can choose between three different ways you can add the data in a temporary manner to the WebGIS interface. The first one is adding a WMS service. This is the easiest one to implement because we just have to paste a URL of the service in this space that I've highlighted and then click the add button. As I said, I'm interested to see if this cycling route is close to a trekking route in the vicinity. So I've searched for this WMS service, which shows the tracking network of the region. And as I said, I just have to copy this URL and paste it in the WMS area and then click add. Okay, as you can see at the center of the screen, a list of the various layers inside of this WMS service is shown, and for my purposes I'm just interested in the first option, that is percorso escursionistico, trekking route. I just have to click on it, and I don't know if it's really visible, but as you can see, you have now you have a red line. Okay, it was loading. Okay, that represents a trekking route starting from the center of Sant'Arcangelo di Romagna and going on the southern side of the river. Now, if you go to temporary layers, you will see that a new item has appeared, which is the layer that we just added. And just as in the case of the CYROS layers, we can change the opacity of this layer and turn it on and off, or even change its order if we add more layers. And that's exactly what we are going to do. For example, in addition to see how close the cycling routes are to trekking routes, we might be interested to see how close to these kind of routes are green areas, or in general areas with greenery and where a cyclist can find some rest and shade. And to that end, we can add data with these other two options that are adding a geopackage or a shapefile. In this case, the data is not online, but is locally on our computer. I've already prepared this data on my computer in a QGIS project. As you can see, I've already drawn them by hand. I've identified the green areas around the Sant'Arcangelo di Romagna, and I've drawn them and saved them to a shapefile. In order to upload a shapefile dataset to the WebGIS, however, you have to compress it in a zip archive first. And that's exactly what I've done. I've prepared a zip folder, and now if I go back to the CYROS WebGIS and I click on Add Data, Add Shapefile, a new tab will appear in the Map Management window, where I can select the coordinate reference system of my data, which is this one, APSG code 32633. And then as I have to choose a zip file that contains the dataset I'm interested in adding to the system. And yes, now I just have to click on the plus sign, and now in the temporary layers a new layer will appear, which is the green areas. And as you can see, I have my data on the interface with my green areas. I can also add this kind of data using a geopackage, which is actually simpler, even if it's a format which is less used, because I have to just add one file. Um, for example, in my case, this exact same dataset is saved in a geopackage called in the same way, except for an initial underscore, and I don't have to do any kind of compression. I just have to click on add geopackage. Once again, select the coordinate reference system, choose my file, and click open without any other step involved. As you can see, now I have two different layers that are called in a similar way and they represent the same kind of data. And as I said, you can change the order of these data sets, just like you can do with the CYROS layers. That's about it for this video. So thank you very much for your kind attention.